गुड मॉर्निंग वेस्टिजियंस। दोस्तों, जैसा आप सब लोग जानते हैं कि लास्ट ईयर 2023 में वेस्टीज ने एक प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च किया CMD कंसंट्रेटेड मिनरल ड्रॉप्स, जो हम लोग इंपोर्ट करते हैं अमेरिका से। और जिस कंपनी से हम इंपोर्ट करते हैं उस कंपनी में का नाम है MRI, मिनरल रिसोर्सेज इंटरनेशनल। और आज हम बहुत लकी हैं कि आज हम ऊटा में MRI के मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर के साथ यहाँ पे बैठे हैं और आज हम CMD के बारे में और भी बहुत सारी बातें उनसे जानेंगे। तो मैं इनवाइट करना चाहूँगा MRI के मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर मिस्टर ब्रूस एंडरसन। Mr. Bruce, how are you?
I'm doing great and so excited to talk with the fellow Vestigians.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's a much awaited conversation we really wanted to do, and good that you have got some time for us and we really wanted to know more and more about CMD, right? So
well, that's our passion. And I gotta say right at the beginning, we are so grateful for the amazing launch that Vestige has had with our product CMD, and we love hearing about the amazing testimonials and the results people are getting all over India.
Thank you so very much. No doubt, it's almost a year we have launched this product and it's doing fabulous in India and different part of the world also. The first one, I really want to ask you how it has all started basically.
Well, I love telling this story. I was 4 years old back in 1969. You can tell how old I am with that. But my father read a series of newspaper articles written by Dr. George W. Crane. And Dr. Crane was a psychologist as well as a medical doctor. And periodically, he would write in his column that if people would consume a little bit of seawater every day, that many of the degenerative diseases that we experience here in America and around the world would be considerably helped because they're related to mineral and micromineral deficiencies. And so one of these articles really struck my father. And that's because every day he would drive home and see the Great Salt Lake, the sun setting on the Great Salt Lake. And he thought, if seawater is good, then the concentrated pure water of the Great Salt Lake has to be even better. And so with that, he was talking with a neighbor lady who could not kneel down to say her prayers at night because of the pain and stiffness in her knees. And she got excited about trying water from the Great Salt Lake. She tried it, and at first she got tremendous results, and then she ran out of the product. And then the pain started to come back. And with that, we realized that that is like the textbook definition of essential minerals. Because essential minerals are those, or essential nutrients are those nutrients that our bodies cannot produce by themselves. We have to consume the essential nutrients, and if we are deficient in them, we can have health problems, and then if we correct the deficiency, then we can reverse the health problems. And so that's exactly what we saw, and with that, we started selling around the country where Dr. Crane's articles were appearing, and then from there, we realized a lot of people did not prefer all the extra sodium in the product. So we developed an operation and a process of all natural solar evaporation and precipitation process.
That's long story. 1969 it has got started. It's like almost more than 54, 55 years now. Oh, great. And it means your father has started this basically. And then when you came into the picture basically?
So basically, I grew up in the business. I remember going to trade shows at 5 and 6 years old and running around the trade show. So I really grew up, learning all about the business. And I would be remiss if I didn't say my dad read the newspaper article but my mother was always there with him. So
Okay.
both of them
Great.
really started the business and worked hand in hand with the family.
Wow.
And so after growing up in the business, when I got of age, I was elected, even though I'm number 5th son,
Okay.
out of 7 children. I was elected to be president in the business,
Wow.
and at a very early age, at just 22 years old,
22.
I became president of the company and
Wow.
been managing the company since that time.
Oh, great. So it's like it's all got started. You become the president of this company and started exporting to different part of the world, or like only to US itself?
Initially, we were just very strong in the United States till really about 1990s.
Okay.
And then we started to do some business in, Canada, and then a little bit in Indonesia. Really, things started to grow from Indonesia.
Okay.
And then from there, we saw business in Malaysia, the Philippines, China, Europe,
Wow.
South Africa, around Africa. So we really do send our products all over the world.
All across the world. So how many countries is like all across? Seems to be like which number?
I haven't counted it recently, but 30 plus for
30
sure.
plus. That's great. And because the last year, once we have started this product, India people are consuming it. And we have got a wonderful, wonderful result for this product. So we really wanted more of CMD. Like whatever the best of the knowledge you can just give it to us about this, it will be really honored.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So really, it's about the deficiencies.
Yes.
And so we've learned that as the land becomes depleted, the seas become, or excuse me, as the land becomes depleted, the seas become enriched. And so taking the minerals as found in seawater, which is the Great Salt Lake, that becomes the perfect balance.
Okay.
And it gives us a broad spectrum of the trace minerals, and really the magnesium is one of those key minerals that you find in there. And there are so many benefits of magnesium that people see amazing results for. But I will start out by saying that one of the real key factors is that the CMD helps you hydrate more efficiently. And probably the most important thing that each of us can do for our health is to start with purified water.
Okay.
That's half the equation.
Right.
Then add the beneficial minerals in so that we maximize the hydration into every cell into our body. And not only does it enhance the hydration, but it enhances the electrical functions within the body.
Oh, wow.
And because we've learned that our bodies are electrical, so in this country, the clinical definition of death is when all electrical activity in the brain is gone.
True.
So that's flatline.
Flatline.
And it is the soluble minerals and trace minerals that are the conductors of the body's electrical energy.
Wow.
So many of you have seen the light bulb demonstration that we do. We came up with that demonstration because we wanted to show the point that our bodies are electrical.
Right.
And we wanted to show how much more powerful CMD is than the other products on the market.
Ah, that's right. So what's your favorite unique selling point about CMD? It's like a unique one.
Well, probably the most unique is just the hydration. The fact that it
hydration.
helps you hydrate. And I love that one because people need to understand everyone in the world needs to hydrate.
True.
So this is something that makes CMD absolutely universal with every human on the planet.
True.
Needs to hydrate better. And that starts from when we are infants. In fact, even before we are born,
Right.
we worked with Dr. Mildred Seelig. She was, at the time, the world's foremost expert on magnesium. And she explained that even low birth weight babies was directly related to magnesium deficiencies.
Oh.
So even before we're born, if mothers, the kindest thing, the greatest gift a mother can give a child is health.
That's true. That's true. So, how is CMD different from the other available option in the market, like alkaline water, black water, etc., etc.?
Yeah, so we actually show that with the light bulb demonstration. So one of the products on the market is called colloidal minerals.
All right.
And colloidal minerals are suspended in solution, but the size of the particle, the size of the mineral is compared to maybe 1 milliliter compared to 1 kilometer. But if you make that down to the micro, that's the size difference that ionic minerals is so much smaller than colloidal minerals. So that means that they're capable of passing through semi-permeable membrane, and also they're just absorbed into the villi in the intestinal tract so much more efficiently. So that's colloidal minerals. There are other minerals that are just not very concentrated.
Okay.
And so you can see, you can drop maybe several drops of other products into the glass, the beaker, and the light doesn't come on. So either the light bulb shows that the minerals are totally bioavailable, they're ionic, they're absorbable, but it also, they're electrolyte in form, but it also shows that they're concentrated. So CMD is as concentrated as you can get while still keeping it in liquid solution. That's why you're getting so much bang for your money. You're getting so much value. For every rupee you spend, you're getting so much power in the product. Now, when we talk about water, you talk about the alkaline water.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I've seen many of the products when you do the alkalinity test. Then you test the same product maybe a couple of hours later, and the alkalinity goes down. It doesn't stay stable. So the interesting thing about electrolytes, and our CMD is in electrolyte form, but the major electrolytes help balance the pH in the body. Now, it's not just alkalinity that we need. When we go through, when nutrients go through the digestive tract, it starts with the saliva. That's more acidic. And then the small intestine is more alkali. And the stomach is, it goes from acid to alkali to acid to alkali as it goes through the intestinal and the digestive tract. So the body uses all the minerals in CMD to regulate both the alkalinity and the acidity that is needed through the digestive tract.
I was just about to ask, how does CMD help in gut system, basically, gut health? Is it purely the digestion, basically? So the chloride is one of those minerals needed in the stomach to create hydrochloric acid. Potassium is also very essential in the smooth lining of the intestinal tract. And so also the minerals, and Dr. Paragas from the Philippines, he's one of our distributors, and he wrote a book that we're trying to make available in India. But he talks about the best thing we can do for our health is create an environment within the body that creates a healthy environment. That's true.
The problem is we do too many things that create an unhealthy environment within the body. So basically, CMD gives some of the major nutrients we need in the body to create that healthy environment through the hydration, through pH balance, and also the minerals that create building blocks, and also then the electrical functions throughout the body are used. They use the minerals in electrolyte form to conduct those electrical energies.
That's so nice. How does CMD revolutionize the vitamins and minerals, basically?
There was a doctor years ago that noted that without vitamins, we can live. But without minerals, we cannot continue to live. So after air and water and protein, we got to have minerals, or calories. We've got to have minerals we would die faster than any other nutrient without minerals.
Yeah.
In fact, every time our muscles move, every time our heart beats, it requires these minerals. So
Right.
we cannot continue to live. And some of the biggest areas of our health, such as heart health,
Yeah.
magnesium is absolutely essential
Okay.
for heart health. Every time your heart beats, your muscles contract and relax. They
Yeah.
need potassium, magnesium, sodium, and chloride.
Right.
And these electrolytes help your muscles contract and relax. Sodium and calcium help your muscles contract,
Right.
whereas magnesium and potassium help your muscles relax.
Okay.
So if we're deficient in magnesium, we can suffer from muscle cramping issues.
Right.
But also every time your heart beats, which is the most important muscle in our body,
True.
it requires those minerals.
Oh, that's nice. So it's almost 55 years and you're exporting to so many countries, getting a wonderful result. How India has just got started, and which year India has got started basically?
We started in India around 2012.
Ah.
And so that was another network marketing company. They had some difficulty with the importing, and so they lost their license. And I think things fall into place for a reason.
Yeah.
And the way things fell into place was many of those original distributors who loved CMD
Yeah.
were able to migrate over to Vestige and really create a wonderful, we call it leavening, just like yeast in the bread that raised the bread, and they created that demand for CMD and the awareness of the amazing, miraculous results we see from CMD.
Absolutely. We have seen in India like a miraculous result, no doubt about it. And in a year, this product has just been doing wonders testimony. We are just getting it. And with that, we just really wanted to take this product all across different countries where Vestige exists for all the Vestigians basically. So just wanted to know anything specific, like when we can take it, how many drops we can take it, is there who not to take it, is there something like this is there or CMD, or anybody anytime can take it any much?
Sure. So basically, yes, with any nutrient, there's going to be a balance.
Yeah.
And life is all about balance, finding the balance. So, if 2 milliliters in a day is great, that doesn't mean that 10 milliliters is better. So really, the ideal scenario is to take it when you drink your water.
Okay.
7 a.m., 2 p.m., 7 p.m.
Right.
Drink your CMD, right? And remember to drink it throughout the day. So we really talk about lifestyle dosing.
Right.
Magnesium, you have certain receptor sites in the body that absorb magnesium.
Right.
And if you took it all in the morning, then the body would say, I've got too much, let it pass through.
Okay.
So that's why it's better to take it throughout the day when we
Right.
drink the water. And that way we're getting the minerals throughout the day. The body won't say, I'm getting too much, let it pass through.
Right.
So with that in mind, the body has an ability to eliminate when there are excess of the nutrients.
Yeah.
So that means when people consume too much
Okay.
of the CMD all at once, it can cause a laxative effect.
Oh.
It means they might go to the bathroom, much more regularly
Right.
than
Okay.
before. So if you're seeing a loosening of the bowels, then at that point, I've got more than my body needs.
All right.
I can back off a little bit. So it's really, really naturally regulating.
Okay.
And that tells what tells our body that we've got more than we need. But other than that, everybody needs minerals.
Okay.
Everyone needs to hydrate.
True.
From the day we're born to the day we die.
Absolutely.
And we are going to live much better by having these amazing nutrients.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Just wanted to know is that I will not say reaction. I will say possible actions. It's like what are the possible actions can happen basically after this? Like just maybe the person has to go to the washroom again and again if they take.
That's the biggest. I actually do tell people, like some we know with pharmaceuticals that there are side effects. And so I do need to say that there are side effects with CMD. So, for example, sometimes when people take CMD for their pain and stiffness in their knees,
Right.
they might also notice a side effect that their mental clarity is much better. They also
Okay.
might notice that as another side effect that they're eliminating better, that their digestive and elimination is better.
Right.
They might also notice that they're hydrating much better, so their skin is nicer.
Wow.
And so, yeah, all the side effects are very good side effects.
Good side effects,
That's
yeah.
the beautiful thing, that this is an all-natural process.
Right.
We don't add anything to CMD.
Right.
It's an all-natural solar evaporation and precipitation process.
Right.
The minerals go from pond to pond to where we get it to the perfect balance. And it's the only heat is from the sunshine.
Right.
And we use the natural cold in Utah to bring those minerals into the perfect balance
Right.
that benefits everyone.
Yeah, I've seen that lake. Basically, is like all the snow water comes down, and the process. What the process? Once you take the water from there, there is a process. What the process you do basically after that?
So we live in an area called the Great Basin.
Right.
And so basically we have mountains all the way around.
Right.
And from the snow in the wintertime, all of those rivers flow into the Great Salt Lake.
Right.
And then in the summertime, we have very hot, dry summers. So then the water is evaporated out from the lake.
Okay.
And that's why it gets more and more concentrated.
Oh.
And from there, now in the Great Salt Lake, generally it's very high in sodium. Most of us get enough sodium in our diets.
Right.
And so that's why we decided to do some additional natural processes
Okay.
through the solar evaporation. So when the sun shines in the summertime, it gets beyond supersaturation,
Okay.
meaning that it cannot hold any more minerals.
Right.
And so then the minerals will crystallize on the top of the water.
Wow.
And then when they crystallize, they will fall to the bottom.
Okay.
So then we don't take the salt crystals at the bottom. We take the liquid minerals that are left.
Right.
And then we also use the winter after it gets to the supersaturation. Then we cool it down
Okay.
through the natural winter cooling process.
True.
And then we get additional crystallization, and that reduces some of the sulfates.
Wow.
And the sulfates would cause a little bit more of that laxative effect. So by reducing the sulfates, it
Right.
allows us to get enough of the minerals, the other minerals that we need.
That's nice. So in a nutshell, it's like, as you said, about the pH balance, about alkaline, about the hydration, all these things, anybody can take it, the day one till die,
Yeah.
any times. It's like any specific dosage, like a drops every day, somebody can take it. It's like any specific one?
Yeah, I mean, what I've seen is about a milliliter in a liter of water.
Okay.
So, and that could go for anybody.
Right.
Right? So ideally, we're consuming enough water to really hydrate well. And that's probably the best thing we can do for our health, is adding the minerals to our water and hydrate well.
All right.
And so
Okay.
we've learned that the younger people, the younger humans, they have much better hydration in their body.
Right.
And as we age, we get less and less hydration.
True.
So it becomes more and more important to hydrate well as we get older. So yeah, like I said, back to
Any specific drops, like maybe in a day, how many drops we can take it?
well,
something like that.
it really depends on the size of the person.
Ah, okay. It's like
Because
that.
obviously the bigger the person, the more they want to consume.
Ah, okay.
So
right.
if we put it in the water, then as we drink, we're naturally getting the perfect amount of minerals as we drink the water.
Ah, okay, got it. That's really nice to know more and more about CMD. And today we all have just got to know about all these things. Guys, जैसा अभी आप लोगों ने सुना मिस्टर ब्रूस को जो बता रहे थे CMD के बारे में कि किस तरीके से ये लेक स्नो जो पहाड़ों पे होती है नीचे आती है, किस तरीके से वो सारा प्रोसेस वो होता है और उसके बाद विंटर में कूल ऑफ करके फिर दोबारा से वो बॉटलिंग जो की जाती है और उसके बाद ये हम लोगों के पास पहुंचती है और जो हम लोग यूज़ करते हैं, और इसका पूरा प्रोसेस आज खुद मिस्टर ब्रूस ने बताया और कितना इम्पॉर्टेंट है ये हम सब लोगों के लिए। और जो सबसे ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट है, हाइड्रेशन तो है ही है, बट उसके साथ साथ देयर आर नंबर ऑफ थिंग्स के पीएच बैलेंस की बात की, अल्कलाइन की बात की, ये सब चीज़ें जो हमारे लिए सबसे ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है। बट एट लास्ट उन्होंने एक चीज़ और कही कि डिपेंड अपॉन एज, डिपेंड अपॉन बॉडी, आप कितना भी ले सकते हैं। यस, इसका जो मेजरली साइड इफेक्ट कह लीजिए या पॉसिबल एक्शन कह लीजिए, वो केवल यही होगा कि ज़्यादा हमें वॉशरूम जाना पड़ेगा, इससे ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं। राइट, लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट, मैं आप सब लोगों को थैंक्स कहना चाहूँगा। मिस्टर ब्रूस, थैंक यू सो वेरी मच फॉर द लवली टॉक्स, फॉर द नॉलेज व्हाट यू हैव जस्ट गिवन अबाउट CMD, राइट, एज यू like 55 years you have already been in this business, and now even Vestige is growing, and we really want Vestige to launch all CMD in all these countries also, right? Last but not the least, thank you so very much. It's a really pleasure meeting you today.
And thank you so much, Deepak, and thank you everyone at Vestige. You know, I feel like the greatest gift that we can give people is the gift of good health.
Yes.
And after that, the gift of a solid financial outlook in life.
Right.
And that's why I love working with Vestige and companies like Vestige, because you're really giving people the tools for the greatest gifts that we can share in life.
Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Last but not the least, thank you so very much. God bless. Wish you wealth.